Thank you for joining us for another engaging Midday Mastery session. My name is Sherry Jordan, and I am the chair of Professional Development Advisory Group. These sessions are proudly presented by the Professional Development Advisory Group and Realtors Real Estate School. They're designed to offer bite-sized information that stimulates your thinking and encourages ongoing education within our industry. The Professional Development Advisory Group is dedicated to selecting topics, classes, and events that bring tangible value to our members at CAR. Now we'll hear from Dean Reed, our co-chair, with the antitrust statement.
Thank you, Sherry. Please be aware of the fact that those present today are in the real estate brokerage business, and many individuals are located in the same market areas. As a result, antitrust laws require that there be no discussion at this meeting concerning certain competitive business practices, such as amount of fees, commissions, splits, salesperson's compensation, or boycotting of other real estate firms. The chair or assigned staff person will stop the discussion and/or the meeting should the conversation move into these areas of potential antitrust violations.
The subjects for this Midday Mastery will be centered around your unfair advantage, the value of a realtor. We'll look at 3 different scenarios, and after each scenario, we'll offer examples of how our committee members handled various scenarios related to this subject. The first scenario will be real estate buyer's agent objection handling. Our buyer will be Allison, and our agent in the scenario will be Jeanette. In the second scenario, we'll look at overcoming the I can sell it myself objection. Our seller will be Stephanie, and our agent will be Lyle. And in the third and final scenario, we'll look at overcoming the I don't see the need for a realtor objection. In this scenario, Sherry will represent our agent, and Dean will represent our buyer. First scenario may begin.
In the competitive real estate market, buyers often hesitate to engage a dedicated buyer's agent. This script provides a strategic approach to overcoming common objections, highlighting the unique value a buyer's agent brings to the home buying process. Our first scenario addresses the I don't need an agent objection. The key to this interaction is demonstrating value beyond cost. The agent must quickly shift the buyer's perspective from seeing the agent as an expense to viewing them as a strategic partner.
I don't see the need to have my own buyer's agent. The seller's agent could just help me find a home, and I don't have to pay any additional fees.
I understand your perspective. Let me be clear. The seller has someone working for their best interest, and you should have someone working in your best interest as well. The good news is that you may not need to pay for my services directly. The seller is given options, and I'll explore yours as well. First, by seeing if the seller's brokerage has an agreement to pay the brokerage of the buyer. If not, you can ask the seller to pay for my services during your offer negotiations that I will help navigate. Paying out of pocket would be our absolute last resort.
This approach immediately addresses the cost concern and shows the agent's commitment to finding a cost-effective solution.
But why should I pay for your services when the seller is already paying their agent?
Think of it this way. The seller's agent has a legal obligation to get the best deal for the seller. I'll be 100% focused on representing your interests. With over 10 years of local market experience, I bring deep understanding into neighborhood trends, hidden opportunities, and buyer-friendly negotiation strategies. My goal is to ensure you find the perfect home at the best possible price. This means identifying properties that truly match your needs, negotiating terms, and protect your interests, navigating complex paperwork and potential pitfalls, providing access to a network of trusted professionals.
The agent is now positioning themselves as a value-added service, not an expense.
I see your point. It does sound like it could be worth the cost. How exactly would you help me?
I'm glad you asked. My approach is detailed. I'll conduct a deep dive into your must-haves and preferences. I'll leverage my network to find both listed and off-market properties, provide a market analysis to help you make informed decisions, handle all communications and scheduling, and negotiate on your behalf to secure the best possible terms.
All right, let's get started. I'm excited to find my dream home.
Perfect. Let's dive in and find you a home that not just meets your needs, but exceeds your expectations.
The most successful real estate transactions are built on trust, expertise, and a genuine commitment to the buyer's goals. A dedicated buyer's agent transforms the home buying journey from a transaction to a strategic partnership.
Great job,
So,
Allison and Jeanette.
thank you.
Can you give me a real life example of experiencing a situation like this and how you've overcome that objection?
Definitely. I recently had a client that had a few objections, and the way I handled it was I scheduled a couple of meetings just to make sure that my client had a thorough understanding of what the changes were post August 17th. And he felt very comfortable. And at the end, he was like, "Of course, I need to make sure that you get paid."
Fantastic. Lenora?
Very good. Thank you for that example as well, Jeanette. In the next scenario, we'll take a look at overcoming the "I can sell it myself" objection. Again, Stephanie will be our seller and Lyle will represent our agent.
In the complex world of real estate, homeowners often believe they can navigate the selling process alone. This script demonstrates the critical value a professional realtor brings to a home sale using strategic communication and compelling evidence. Our next scenario addresses the for sale by owner mentality. The key is to transform the conversation from cost saving to value creating. Like a skilled surgeon, the agent must carefully dissect the seller's misconceptions.
I heard I could save a lot of money by selling my home without a realtor. Why should I use your services? Lyle, you're muted.
Sorry about
Let's
that. All right,
let-
let me dive back in again. Let me ask you something. Would you go to a dentist to perform open heart surgery? Just because you can access online tools doesn't mean that you have the expertise to navigate the most significant financial transaction of your life. As your listing agent, I'm not just placing a sign in your yard. I'm your comprehensive sales strategist. I'll handle every critical aspect from precise pricing to strategic marketing and from negotiation to complex paperwork.
Yeah, but I'm pretty tech savvy. I mean, I can list a home online with good Wi-Fi and some free time. Why do I need the extra help?
Technology is a tool, but it's not a solution. I offer a deep understanding of neighborhood trends, hidden opportunities, and buyer-friendly negotiation strategies. My network includes qualified buyers, and I use advanced marketing techniques that go far beyond a simple online listing. Consider this. NAR data shows that for sale by owners often net less money even after accounting for commission fees. My connections with home inspectors, appraisers, and escrow officers ensure a smoother, more profitable transaction.
This approach shifts the focus from cost to potential financial gain.
Okay, it all makes sense. But why don't I still save more money just doing it myself?
The savings of going alone are basically an illusion. My expertise generally generates 20 to 30% more in sale proceeds. I'm not just selling your home, I'm protecting your most valuable asset. When you work with me, you're partnering with a professional who understands market nuances, legal complexities, and negotiation strategies that can save or cost you thousands.
All right, you're giving me a lot to think about. Let me check with ChatGPT and see if selling my home solo is a smart move. or if using you would be the better option.
Absolutely. I'm ready to show you exactly how I can maximize your home's value.
Successful real estate transactions are built on expertise, strategy, and professional representation. A skilled agent transforms a simple sale into a strategic financial opportunity.
Fantastic, Lau and Stephanie. Now, can we have one of our committee members tell us if they've encountered a real life example of something like this and how they overcame it?
Sure, I can help with that. From my experience, I had a for sale by owner that was wanting to actually became a for sale by owner because he didn't like the experience he had with when he listed the house previously with a brokerage, and decided to sell his home on his own. But after a while, he didn't have the success that he thought he was going to have, and started interviewing other agents, which I was one, and just gave him explained to him that all agents are not created equal, and explained to him how our company would market the property. And it took a couple of conversations to make him comfortable, but after a while, he decided to list with us, and we got the home sold. So he was happy, but he became a for sale by owner just because he didn't like the first experience.
Thank you for sharing that example, Dean. We'll take a look at the final scenario, which will be overcoming I don't see the need for a realtor objection. In this scene, Sherry will represent our agent and Dean will represent our buyer.
In an era of digital information and do-it-yourself resources, real estate professionals face a critical challenge, proving their value in a seemingly transparent market. This script illuminates the nuanced expertise a realtor brings to complex property transactions. Our next scenario addresses demonstrating a realtor's unique value proposition. As you listen to this dialogue, note how certain credentials represent a commitment to continuous learning and professional excellence beyond basic licensing requirements.
You know, Sherry, I've been thinking, and I'm not sure I really need to use a realtor. Isn't it just as easy to buy or sell a home these days on our own?
They not understand the appeal of going solo, but like real estate, it's navigating a complex. Can we start that over? Sorry.
You know, Sherry, I've been thinking, I'm not sure I would need to use a realtor. Isn't it just as easy to sell or buy or sell a home these days on our own?
I understand the appeal of going solo, Dean, but real estate is like navigating a complex maze. Having an experienced guide makes all the difference. My specialized training goes beyond basic market knowledge. With advanced certifications like the seller's representative specialist and the accredited buyer representative, I bring strategic insights that transform a simple transaction into a tailored, successful experience. My business background allows me to approach each deal as a comprehensive financial opportunity.
That sounds good, Sherry. But can I just go on Zillow or Redfin and look at the market that way and check the pricing on my own? I still don't understand why I need to use a broker.
Well, information is just data. True value comes from interpretation and strategy. Those are things that only a real person can provide. My network includes trusted professionals from mortgage specialists to home inspectors who can streamline your entire process. You have to think about it. Has Zillow or Redfin even entered your home? I don't just list properties or show homes. I provide personalized guidance, anticipate potential challenges, and negotiate terms that protect your best interest. My expertise typically results in better sales prices or purchase terms that far exceed my commission, something that Zillow or Redfin can do.
Okay, Sherry, that sounds helpful. But won't I save money just handling it myself?
Think of me as your real estate GPS, Dean. I navigate complex negotiations and market nuances that aren't apparent in online research. My goal is maximizing your financial outcome while maximizing your stress. Whether buying or selling, you're not just hiring an agent, you're gaining a strategic partner committed to your success.
Got it, Sherry. Well, you have given me a lot to consider.
Well, I'm here to provide clarity and support whenever you're ready to make your next move.
Well, thank you.
True real estate expertise goes beyond transactions. It's about creating strategic opportunities, mitigating risks, and guiding clients through one of their most significant financial decisions.
This is a perfect example of how some agents are afraid to portray what their value is because technology seems to outpace the human. However, like in this scene, we show that humans can do things that technology cannot, as far as entering your home to give your client the full scope of work that needs to be done and not just pulling the numbers of the neighborhood. You have to make sure that you're steadfast on this. And that way, no matter what, AI cannot outpace the human and a professional and personal touch.
Thank you, Sherry. Well, that wraps up this Midday Mastery, Your Unfair Advantage, the value of a realtor. I know that I learned a lot. I hope that you learned a lot. I took 3 key points away from what I learned today. Number 1, value added services that a realtor adds. A licensed real estate professional being that GPS that Sherry mentioned. Also, the strategic communication, which is it's needed between you, the client, and your real estate professional. Remember, you don't always get those value added services when you're representing yourself. So having that subject matter expert, in a sense, in that partnership with you as the homeowner or the buyer. And finally, professional excellence. It's what we do. We spend time working with individuals on a daily basis, becoming more educated in our area of expertise to be able to serve our clientele more efficiently and effectively. So thank you everyone for participating today in Your Unfair Advantage, the value of a realtor. Well, it leaves me to wrap it up for us. And I want to make sure that you know, although it's the end of the year, it's a great time for you to be putting education in the forefront of your new year. So let's take a look at what we offer over at the Realtors Real Estate School for the next upcoming year. Starting out in January, just like Sherry mentioned, you can take advantage of the Seller Representative Specialist designation. In this particular designation, you're going to learn those listing activities and ways to overcome objections and services that you can also provide to your sellers, representing them through earning that designation. And it is a great complement to the accredited buyer representative special designation. That class will be held on January 15th, so you can take a look at that one. Also in February, if you're interested in the short sale financial foreclosure resource representative certification, we'll be offering that one on February 20th as a webinar. You can definitely Zoom in from home and get some education up under your belt. For the individuals that aren't licensed yet, we look forward to seeing you in one of our pre-licensing courses. We'll start our in-person sessions on January 6th at the 430 North Michigan Avenue location in our physical classroom, or you can join us in the evening starting February 3rd, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 5:30 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. in a Zoom format. So we look forward to sharing more education opportunities with you. And if you are a current CAR member, don't forget to take advantage of those free skill builder classes. You can look at areas like seller and buyer representation, lead generation, as well as managing your new CRM systems in the upcoming year to, of course, close more deals. So I look forward, as well as the committee members of the professional development work group. We look forward to you joining us in the very next Midday Mastery. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.